I think I might have bought leads from Zillow. Maybe it was Realtor.com. I don't know. It was in like 2006, 2007. I think I did it for 3 months. I got half of a zip code or a quarter of a zip code, something like that. I got a handful of leads. They were all terrible. They just wanted whoever was going to drop what they were doing and come running over to the house and unlock the door and let them in right then and there. And if I said, well, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me because I'm already doing something else, they were like, it doesn't really matter whether it works for you. It's all about me, the consumer. Does it work for my schedule? Because if you're too busy to come and help me, guess what? There's 10 other people right behind you that will gladly drop what they're doing and come and open this door for me. So I had such a bad experience of doing that I think after about 3 months, I said, well, that's that. I'm canceling that contract. Man, if I could get my money back, I totally would. I washed my hands of that whole business model, walked away, and figured out, like, how am I going to get business instead? And back then it was during the crash, right? It was 2007. So luckily I stumbled into REO listings, and I did that for about the next 6 years. So I didn't have to do any prospecting. I just did all of the prospecting up front, where I contacted the banks and said, if you have to take back a property, I would love to be the listing agent for you. Luckily, it worked like crazy. So in 2008, like 2007, I think I sold 3 properties. 2008, I did 72 transactions or something like that. A couple of them were double-ended, but most of them were just the listing side alone. And then I did that for the next many, many years until we relocated to South Carolina. And then when I was starting my business all over in a brand new city, a brand new state, a brand new market where I had no market share, I had to figure out, how can I get leads? And I was not going to give Zillow 1 red cent ever again. So I tried door knocking and cold calling, which I hated, and mailing postcards to my entire farm, but I was too cheap to get anything good. So I literally would go to Office Max and buy green cardstock, like a lime green cardstock. And I had a paper cutter, and I would cut it into 4 and then do every door direct mail. Like, I was literally doing it as cheaply as I possibly could and doing it on my own dime. And none of it worked. None of it worked. I got 0 clients the whole time that I lived in South Carolina. And then when I moved to Georgia about a year and a half later, I thought, okay, now we're starting from square one yet again. What am I going to do? Well, I started doing attraction marketing, and that changed my entire business. By 2017, I was getting clients, not just leads, clients that found me online. Within a year, I had so much business, I couldn't handle it all myself. I hired my first showing assistant, who became a buyer's agent, and then another buyer's agent. Then I formed this whole team. By 2020, we had this team of, I think, 8 agents. We grew all the way up to 9. It was crazy. And it was all inbound attraction marketing. So I have all of these notes. If you see me looking down, I want to make sure that I don't forget to tell you anything, because this was the way that I built this amazing business, and you don't have to do it with Zillow. So if you already don't like Zillow, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, right? Zillow doesn't work for the agent. The Zillow is working for the consumer. They want to get all of these leads from the consumers because their portal is so pretty and it's so easy to navigate. And then they're going to sell them back to the agents. So they say that they're an agent partner, but really they're not. They're just trying to get money from us. They are trying to get as many leads from the consumer as they can. And don't even get me started on that business model, because I have very strong opinions about it. But that's one reason why I did not enjoy working with them. The quality of those leads. They are not loyal. They want whoever's going to do it the cheapest or the fastest. They are not concerned about your time and your availability, and you have other clients that you're trying to service to. Nope, it's all about me. You've got to work on my schedule all the time. I talk to so many people who are still buying leads from these portals, and they are very resentful. They're like, yes, it's like barely a return on investment, but I hate working with most of these clients because they just treat me like a doormat. They treat me like garbage, and I have to suck it up and take it. And especially when the portal then calls you and says, you didn't answer the phone fast enough. We're not going to give you any more leads if you can't be more responsive. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I am 56 years old. You are not going to micromanage me and tell me how to run my life and my business. No, I don't think so. And We know that the better quality leads come when you attract them, not when they are handed to you by someone who's selling them to you. They are not coming because you are chasing them. Instead, they are coming because you attracted them to you. So here is what I did instead that made a huge difference for me. And let me share my screen and show you. So I think I have to move over. It is called the rule of 4 ones. And at the time when I started doing this, I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know it had a name. And I only just learned of this about 6 months ago. I was like, "Oh, that's what I was doing the whole time," but I didn't know that's what it was. So there are 4 ones, and if you do this, you can build an amazing business from yourself where you never have to buy another lead ever again. So what are the 4 ones? The 4 ones are the type of client. So do you want to work with buyers? Do you want to work with sellers? Do you want to work with first-time buyers? Do you want it to be military people who are relocating into your area? Do you want it to be sellers who are downsizing to a smaller house, who are moving out of state? Like, why are they doing a transaction? Why are they selling? Why are they buying? Why are they moving? Is there something in common? Are they tiny homes? Are they beach homes? Are they lakefront homes? Are they homes with a boat slip? Are they people that are moving to your area because they're going to go work for X major employer? Try to figure out the one type of client. Now, this doesn't mean this is the only person that you're ever going to work with. So if you say, well, I want to work with downsizing seniors, it doesn't mean that that is the only type of client that you work with and you are excluding everyone else. No, it's just simply that this is who we're going to market to. And when you have a very finely honed marketing message, it works better. It's more effective. You reach people faster and easier by having a very strong marketing message. Then we're going to have one main offer. So if I know, for instance, mine was people in the military that are relocating to Savannah, they're going to be stationed at Hunter Army Airfield. So I was looking for buyers who are military, who are not living here now. They're coming to this area and they don't know anything about it. What was my offer? It was my military relocation guide. You are moving here. You know nothing about it. You've heard of Savannah, but you don't know where it is. Is it a big city like Atlanta? Where the heck is it? Like, are we in the middle of Redneckville? What is it going to be like to live there? Am I going to like it? Is it freaking hot all of the time? All of the things that they want to know. So I made this military relocation guide, and then I would offer it to those specific people. Now, anybody could download this guide. It didn't have to be somebody in the military. But because I'm talking specifically to people in the military, that was the vast majority of people who would download that guide. And I can tell you more about like how I made it. Listen, I am no writer. I am no graphic designer. If I can make it, you can make it. And I was in my late 40s at the time. So it's not like this is something I made when I was 25 years old. So we have one client, one offer, one platform. And this is the part that I try to tell all of my agent friends all of the time, my coaching students all of the time. They want to be on all the platforms. They want to do Instagram Reels and Facebook Lives and YouTube, long form and short form. They want to be on LinkedIn. And what happens when we are trying to be on all of the platforms? None of them grow because none of them are getting your full attention. My one platform was YouTube. I did not do anything else. Occasionally I posted on Facebook, but it was a rare afterthought. It was certainly not part of any strategy. I mostly was using Facebook for personal reasons at the time. I mean, I had a business page, but I didn't post on it. So, one platform, I highly recommend that it be YouTube. It works very effectively. I saw that with my own business. I've seen that with all of my coaching students. YouTube is extremely effective. And when you give all of your attention to the one platform that can get you in front of strangers who have never heard of you before, it's not about reaching your sphere. It's not about staying top of mind with people who already know you. It's about getting in front of new eyeballs who are like, who is this? I've never seen this person before. One client, one offer, one platform. Here's the part that people freak out about. 1 year. You are going to commit to doing this on your one platform for 1 year. You're going to pick your area of expertise. You're going to pick the ideal client that you want to service. You're going to come up with the offer, and it can be more than one offer. Like it could be the relocation guide, but it could also have a military first-time buyer's guide. It could have, anything that would be relevant to your specific area of expertise and your ideal client. You can make something that would be relevant for them. And then when you offer it to them, they're going to download it from your website and they're going to become a lead for you so you can follow up with them. And you're going to commit to it for 1 year. You're going to ignore all of the other platforms. You're not going to say, well, if I make this long form YouTube video, like, can I chop it up into little short pieces and make YouTube shorts out of it and make TikToks and Instagram reels? If you insist, okay. But I'm going to encourage you not to. I'm going to say, do your one platform. When you pour everything you know about this platform into it, and you're constantly learning more about how the algorithm works and what titles work better for you and what people watch the most, and all of the things that you really need to know because you're doing a deep dive into the analytics of just this one platform, it will grow. My channel grew to over 17,000 people in just a few years. And like I did not know what I was doing when I first started. I was just figuring it out as I went along. Now I know, but that took time. I had to really spend a lot of time, a lot of videos figuring it out before I felt confident on that platform. And that was fine because that's how we learn and that's how we get better. Nobody goes out to say, I think I'm going to learn how to ice skate. And they go out and they do a triple axel on their first time. No, they get up and they fall all over the ice over and over and over again. And it takes a very long time until they feel stable. And then they start being able to go backwards and do spins and do the other things. But nobody starts a pro. You have to figure it out as you go along. So this is how you can build an amazing business for yourself. The 4 ones: one client, one offer, one platform for 1 year. And if all of this sounds really overwhelming and you just don't have any idea how you would put it into practice, I want you to watch this video next because I'm going to go into great detail about how we do this, what we need, what are the pieces, what is the software that we need, how do we put it all together, and start getting hundreds and hundreds of leads for free every single year.